Welcome back to the ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we're diving deep into the whirlwind of emotions and shocking twists awaiting us in Port Charles on Wednesday, September 24th. In the heart of the bustling town, Drew Kane finds himself at a pivotal crossroads, grappling with an unexpected opportunity to reclaim his tarnished path. As the shadows of recent events loom large, Drew's journey toward possible redemption unfolds amid the grief-stricken atmosphere. Following Monica Quartermain's heartbreaking departure, this moment could redefine his future, pushing him to confront the consequences of his choices in ways that ripple through his relationships and alliances. Imagine Drew reflecting on his life's trajectory, weighing the allure of power against the pull of genuine atonement, as whispers of his past misdeeds echo in the corridors of General Hospital. Meanwhile, the air thickens with astonishment when Nathan West makes a stunning reappearance that leaves Felicia Scorpio utterly speechless. Picture Felicia, going about her routine in a hospital, suddenly dropping her stack of documents in sheer disbelief as she locks eyes with Nathan, a figure from her past thought long gone. This encounter isn't just a fleeting surprise, it stirs up buried memories and unresolved feelings, forcing Felicia to navigate a flood of emotions she never anticipated. Nathan's presence, shrouded in mystery, hints at untold stories and hidden motives that could upend the lives of those closest to him, adding layers of intrigue to Port Charles' already complex web of connections. Adding to the emotional tapestry, Britt Westburn steps in to offer solace to Jason Morgan during one of his darkest hours. As Jason processes the weight of loss, Britt's compassionate presence becomes a beacon of comfort, drawing them closer in unexpected ways. Their interaction reveals deeper facets of their bond, with Britt wrestling with her own inner turmoil while providing unwavering support. Envision Jason, typically stoic and unyielding, allowing a rare vulnerability to surface as Britt shares words of encouragement, reminding him that true strength lies in facing grief head-on. This tender moment not only highlights their evolving dynamic, but also underscores the themes of healing and resilience that permeate the episode. Shifting focus to the Quartermain family, Lulu Spencer takes it upon herself to seek out Tracy Quartermain in the wake of Monica's passing. This heartfelt pursuit leads to a poignant exchange where Lulu offers the comfort Tracy so desperately needs during this trying time. Tracy, known for her sharp wit and resilience, might find herself opening up about the profound void left by Monica, sharing anecdotes from their shared history that paint a vivid picture of sisterly bonds. Tested by time and trials, Lulu's supportive role could extend beyond mere words, perhaps involving plans for a family gathering or reflections on Monica's enduring legacy, helping Tracy process her sorrow while strengthening their familial ties in Port Charles. At General Hospital, Stella Henry encounters a puzzling situation when she questions Martin Gray's urgent need to meet with Drew. This curiosity unravels into a revelation about a clandestine agreement Martin forged with Drew to resolve Stella's lingering legal entanglements and secure her return to her beloved position at the hospital. As details emerge, Martin delivers fresh directives from Drew, but it's clear he harbors his own secretive agenda. Delve into the intrigue of Martin's knowledge about an enigmatic letter addressed to Monica, which unveils the existence of a long-lost sister set to make her dramatic entrance, portrayed by the talented Erica Slezak later this week. This sibling, emerging from the shadows of the past, could bring forth claims and conflicts that challenge the Quartermain dynasty, especially following Martin's cryptic phone call that might involve notifying her of Monica's demise and proposing an alliance against the family. Invent a scenario where this sister, having lived a life of quiet seclusion, arrives with documents proving her heritage, sparking debates over inheritance and loyalties that threaten to fracture long-standing alliances. On another front, Jordan Ashford makes a determined visit to Drew's room, presenting him with a compelling argument for transformation. She emphasizes that Monica's death serves as a stark reminder of life's true priorities, urging Drew to seize this chance to pivot away from his darker inclinations. Jordan's plea is laced with optimism, painting a picture of a redeemed Drew who could rebuild bridges burned by ambition. Yet, Drew's response remains uncertain. He might cling to his current trajectory, driven by unresolved grudges and a thirst for control. To add depth, consider how this interaction influences Drew's thoughts on his daughter, Scout Quartermain. Perhaps he contemplates allowing her to join family members at Monica's funeral, a small gesture that could signal the beginnings of change, or reinforce his isolation if he refuses. The drama escalates as Felicia stumbles upon the hospital's newest patient, her reaction one of pure shock upon recognizing Nathan. Papers scatter to the floor as she reels from the sight, prompting Anna Devane to step in with crucial updates on the circumstances surrounding Nathan's return. Anna's explanations delve into the known facts, piecing together a narrative of survival and secrecy that defies expectations. Building on this, Anna reaches out to Nina Reeves, who arrives puzzled and anxious. The bombshell revelation that this concerns Nina's brother, Nathan, and the astonishing details of his crash survival leaves Nina in a state of profound disbelief. Expand this with imagined elements. Nina might recall fleeting dreams or premonitions about Nathan, now manifesting in reality, leading to tearful reunions and questions about what he's endured in the interim, potentially involving international escapades or protective hideaways that kept him off the radar. Elsewhere, tensions boil over between Portia Robinson and Curtis Ashford as Portia confronts him about his recent decisions, accusing him of evasiveness and admitting his choices. This sparks yet another heated argument centered on Jordan, highlighting fractures in their relationship that have been simmering beneath the surface. Portia's frustration manifests in pointed words, demanding transparency and accountability from Curtis, who might defend his actions with justifications rooted in loyalty and past affections. Invent additional layers. Perhaps Portia uncovers subtle clues, like overlooked messages or chance encounters, fueling her outrage and pushing their conflict toward a potential breaking point, where ultimatums and heartfelt confessions could redefine their future together. Finally, Britt grapples with a wave of guilt, feeling responsible for pulling Jason away during Monica's final days as he rushed to her aid. Jason, ever the pillar of resolve, reassures her that his actions were precisely where fate intended, harboring no regrets for his heroic efforts. This exchange fosters a deeper intimacy, with Britt offering gentle comfort that helps Jason navigate his sorrow. As they bond, glimpses of shared vulnerabilities emerge, suggesting a strengthening alliance amid the chaos. To enrich this, add inventive details. Britt might share personal stories of her own losses, drawing parallels to Jason's pain, while Jason opens up about unspoken fears, creating a foundation for mutual support that could blossom into something more profound. In the episodes to come, next, we're exploring the intriguing possibility that Nina Reeves might shift her focus away from Willow Tate now that Nathan West and Britt Westburn have made their dramatic returns to Port Charles. In the ever-twisting world of Port Charles, the resurgence of Nathan West and Britt Westburn could dramatically alter Nina Reeves' priorities, potentially leading her to set aside her intense fixation on Willow Tate. Longtime viewers will remember the profound connection between Nina and Nathan, a bond that transcended typical sibling ties due to their significant age difference. Nathan often felt more like a cherished son to Nina than just a brother, his unwavering loyalty shining through even during her most chaotic moments. This dynamic added a layer of familial depth to their relationship, with Nathan providing a grounding presence amid Nina's turbulent life. To expand on this, imagine Nathan's protective instincts kicking in during past crises, like when he quietly supported Nina through her emotional breakdowns, offering silent strength that helped her navigate the storms of deception and loss in Port Charles. Tragically, Nathan's life was cut short in February 2018, when he was fatally shot by his biological father, Caesar Faison, marking a devastating blow that left Nina reeling from grief. This loss coincided with the unfolding of Nina's long-buried storyline about her missing daughter, setting the stage for new chapters in her quest for motherhood. Shortly after, in September 2018, Sasha Corbin entered the scene, initially posing as Nina's child in an elaborate scheme that tested loyalties and hearts. Though the deception was eventually exposed, Nina's capacity for forgiveness allowed her to embrace Sasha as a surrogate daughter, forging a maternal role that brought some solace. Invent a fresh element here. Perhaps during those early days, Nina confided in Sasha about vivid dreams of Nathan, interpreting them as signs to pursue family ties, which fueled her determination to uncover her true biological connections. Amid the soap opera's signature twists and turns, the revelations didn't stop there. Nina's path led her to discover that Nell Benson was her long-lost daughter, only for the plot to thicken with the bombshell that Willow Tate was also her offspring, making them twins in a classic soap opera flourish of dramatic irony. This discovery ignited Nina's all-consuming desire to forge a genuine mother-daughter relationship with Willow, driven by a deep-seated yearning for authentic parenthood. While Nina had stepped into nurturing roles with Sasha and Charlotte Casadini, nothing compared to the fulfillment of connecting with her own flesh and blood. Add inventive details. Envision Nina poring over old family photos in quiet moments, piecing together imagined childhoods for her daughters, her obsession manifesting in small gestures like collecting mementos that symbolized the family she longed to build, even as obstacles mounted in Port Charles' unforgiving landscape. Over time, Nina managed to cultivate a real bond with Willow, but recent betrayals, including lies and her entanglement with Drew Kinehave, shattered that fragile connection, leaving their relationship in ruins. This rift has exposed underlying voids in Nina's life, possibly tracing back to the emptiness left by Nathan's death. Could her relentless pursuit of Willow have been a subconscious effort to fill the gap created by losing her son-like brother? The emotional weight of that loss might have amplified her need for family, pushing her to extremes in her maternal quests. To deepen this, consider a new angle. Nina might have kept a hidden journal chronicling her grief over Nathan, entries that reveal how his absence amplified her fears of isolation, subtly influencing her desperate attempts to hold on to Willow, despite the growing chasms between them. Furthermore, Nina's sense of family in Port Charles eroded with Britt's presumed death, disrupting the charming trio she formed with Britt and Maxie Jones, who shared light-hearted moments of camaraderie and support. Those gatherings often highlighted Nina's playful side, a respite from her dramatic escapades. Additionally, her Aunt Liesel Obert vanished from the scene soon after Britt's passing, especially following Liesel's heroic bone marrow donation to save Willow, after which the formidable doctor became conspicuously absent. This series of departures left Nina adrift, intensifying her focus on rebuilding what she had lost. Invent more layers. Picture Nina reminiscing about impromptu gatherings with Britt and Maxie, where they'd share secrets over coffee, bonds that provided emotional anchors now frayed by time and tragedy, prompting her to cling even tighter to emerging family ties. In response, Nina redirected her energies toward Willow, along with her grandchildren Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos, making their happiness her utmost priority, no matter the personal cost. She's gone to extraordinary lengths for them in the past, from bold interventions to heartfelt pleas. But the fallout from her affair with Drew has poisoned her rapport with Willow, who has firmly shut her out. Despite Nina's pleas for reconciliation, Willow remains unyielding, even as she softens toward others like her ex-fiancé Drew. Expand with creativity. Nina could have attempted secret gestures of goodwill, like anonymous gifts for their grandchildren, only to face rejection that deepens her isolation, highlighting the soap's theme of fractured families striving for redemption amid betrayal. This week's previews tease a poignant scene of Nina at a hospital bedside, undoubtedly Nathan's, where raw emotions surface as she confronts his miraculous return, with her beloved brother back in the fold. Alongside Britt's reemergence and Liesel's potential involvement, Nina's attentions might naturally pivot away from Willow's ongoing dramas. The conflicts between Liesel and Britt offer Nina a chance to mediate, emphasizing themes of second chances and urging them to value their renewed bonds, especially in light of her own strained ties with Willow. Add inventive elements. Nina might organize a family mediation session, drawing on past experiences to bridge gaps, her efforts infused with hope that this reunion could heal old wounds and redefine her role within the Obert-Westburn clan. As Nathan lies unconscious, questions swirl about his true state, whether amnesia clouds his memories or if he's an imposter, perhaps echoing the villainy of Peter August. Yet Nina's preoccupation with his recovery and Britt's presence could eclipse her concerns for Willow. This shift might free Nina from the cycle of pursuit, allowing her to nurture these revived relationships without the baggage of past obsessions. To enrich the narrative, imagine Nina whispering encouragements to the comatose Nathan, recalling childhood adventures they shared, her devotion signaling a turning point where old loyalties take precedence over recent heartaches. Meanwhile, spoilers suggest Willow is grappling with her own mental health challenges, and the realization that Nina has moved on could exacerbate her downward spiral, pushing her toward unforeseen crises. This development adds tension to their dynamic, as Willow navigates feelings of abandonment amid her personal struggles. Invent a new twist. Willow might overhear whispers of Nina's joy over Nathan's return, triggering reflections on her own family voids, potentially leading to impulsive decisions that draw other Port Charles residents into her turmoil. As these storylines converge, the returns of Nathan and Britt promise to reshape Nina's world, possibly diminishing her Willow-centric focus in favor of mending and celebrating these foundational bonds. Next, we're delving into the electrifying upheaval caused by Britt Westburn's astonishing comeback to Port Charles, where her audacious push to reclaim a pivotal position at the hospital is stirring up a storm of speculation and tension. The sudden re-emergence of Britt Westburn in the vibrant chaos of Port Charles is unleashing a cascade of surprises, particularly at General Hospital, the very institution she once commanded as chief of staff with unyielding confidence. Fans are abuzz with excitement and curiosity as Britt sets her sights on reinserting herself into the medical hierarchy, a move that promises to disrupt the status quo in profound ways. With her assets tied up in a web of World Security Bureau complications, stemming from the perilous Five Poppies saga and the shadowy machinations of Pascal, Britt arrives with a sense of urgency, her financial stability hanging by a thread. This desperation fuels her bold entrance as she navigates the familiar halls now under different leadership, igniting debates about whether her return will forge new partnerships or fan the flames of bitter rivalries among the staff. To add a fresh layer, envision Britt arriving with a briefcase of confidential medical research from her time in hiding, documents that could prove invaluable in ongoing hospital cases, yet also raise suspicions about her true intentions in reclaiming her foothold. In this high-stakes bid for stability, Britt's strategy revolves around leveraging her proven track record to secure a much-needed paycheck, marking a pivotal chapter in her post-resurrection life. Having orchestrated a clever ruse to evade the deadly Hook killer by faking her own demise, Britt now emerges from the shadows broke and determined to rebuild her empire. Striding into General Hospital with the poise of a seasoned leader, she counts on her impressive credentials from groundbreaking procedures to crisis management to open doors that have long since closed. However, the current guardians of the hospital, Portia Robinson and Terry Randolph, stand firm as co-chiefs of staff, having guided the facility through turbulent times like Maxie Jones's harrowing coma recovery. They're unlikely to simply yield their authority, setting the stage for a clash of ambitions. Invent an additional element. Perhaps Britt subtly references an innovative treatment protocol she developed during her absence, one that could revolutionize patient care, using it as a bargaining chip to negotiate her way back, though it might inadvertently expose vulnerabilities in the hospital's current operations. Portia and Terry's pushback against Britt's ambitions forms a formidable barrier, as these dedicated doctors aren't inclined to extend a gracious welcome to their predecessor. Portia, entangled in the unraveling threads of her marriage to Curtis Ashford, balances personal turmoil with professional duties, leaving little room for concessions to someone with Britt's complicated history. Similarly, Terry prioritizes the hospital's equilibrium, having invested immense effort in maintaining smooth operations amid various crises. Their reluctance to relinquish control could lead to a calculated offer of a minor role, perhaps as a specialist consultant, to diffuse potential conflicts without fully empowering Britt. Yet, Britt's familial link to the formidable Liesel Obrecht might tip the scales in her favor with some colleagues, while her lingering WSB affiliations could breed distrust, especially from figures like Elizabeth Baldwin who remain cautious about hidden agendas. Expand with creativity. Imagine a tense boardroom meeting where Portia uncovers old emails from Britt's tenure, revealing past decisions that clashed with ethical standards, fueling a heated debate that forces Terry to mediate, while weighing the benefits of Britt's expertise against the risks of internal discord. As the dust settles on Britt's integration, the question of her exact place in this evolved hospital landscape looms large, potentially reshaping alliances and power structures in unexpected directions. She might settle into a specialized consulting position, drawing on her deep knowledge to tackle complex cases, or find herself in direct confrontation with Portia over differing approaches to leadership and patient protocols. Speculation abounds among fans that Britt could form an unlikely alliance with an enigmatic newcomer like Dr. Isaiah Gannon, combining their skills to establish a new department focused on advanced diagnostics, thereby carving out a niche that sidesteps traditional hierarchies. This shift could inject fresh energy into the hospital's daily rhythm, but it also risks escalating rivalries if her assertive style clashes with established norms. To invent new details, Britt might propose a collaborative project on infectious disease prevention, inspired by global health trends she encountered while in hiding, which could win over skeptics, but also spotlight inefficiencies in Portia's administration, leading to whispered campaigns for change among the staff. Moreover, Britt's rekindled connection with Jason Morgan adds another dimension to her hospital ambitions, as his involvement could draw him deeper into the intricate web of Port Charles politics, creating ripples that affect even Carly Spencer. Jason's protective instincts toward Britt might prompt him to advocate on her behalf, perhaps influencing key decisions or providing behind-the-scenes support. that tips the balance in her favor. This dynamic not only complicates Carly's own entanglements, but also heightens the drama. As old loyalties and new ambitions intersect in the hospital corridors, fans are left pondering if Britt will triumphantly reclaim a slice of her former glory, or if the resistance proves too strong, forcing her to adapt in ways that reveal untapped resilience. Add an inventive twist. Picture Jason discreetly arranging a private meeting between Britt and influential board members, using his network to bolster her case. Yet this maneuver inadvertently exposes secrets from his past that Carly must navigate, weaving personal stakes into the professional fray. Ultimately, Britt Westburn's daring quest to re-establish herself at General Hospital encapsulates the soap's enduring themes of reinvention and conflict, promising episodes filled with strategic maneuvers and emotional showdowns. As Port Charles absorbs the impact of her return, the potential for both harmonious collaborations and explosive confrontations keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital for the latest developments, where every twist brings us closer to seeing if Britt will rise again or face an unforeseen downfall.